but it feels just a little bit bigger now.
Hey everyone, today's video is going to be another video for the Back to Basics series. I did the face videos before. I had two of them. One of them was foundation and powder and stuff, and then the other one was more like contouring and blush and bronzing and all that. And I also did eyebrows in that last one, so if you want to see how to fill in your eyebrows and all, then check that out. But I'm going to be doing these a little bit differently now just because they were getting so long because there was so much to cover. So I'm just going to be doing the eyeshadow first, and then I'll have another video with eyeliner and then mascara and lips probably together or something. So this is great if you're interested in doing something very basic. You're not really sure where to start with eyeshadow. This might seem a little basic if you've been watching me for a while or you watch a lot of other makeup videos on YouTube, but I'm just going to really get down to the basics of very simple eye and something that's very easy to do. So the palette that I'm going to be using is the Too Faced Natural Eye Kit. You can get this at Ulta or Sephora. I think it's around $35. You can also get it off Amazon for probably a few dollars cheaper, but sometimes you can find coupons and stuff at Ulta for this. But it's just a really great palette. There's a lot of different looks you can do with it. I think it's a very great investment because I've had this for probably 3 years now, probably almost 3 years, and it lasts a really long time. I mean, if you use the shadows every single day, they're going to go down more. Definitely hit pan on some of these, but I just think it's really great. It'll last you a really long time, and they're great quality eyeshadows. There's a lot of different options though when it comes to eyeshadow, but I think it's important to have very nice quality eyeshadows. They're just going to last longer, they're going to blend better. You're not going to have to work as much with them, and they're not going to look muddy or they're not going to just fade off or not even show up. It's really important to have good quality eyeshadows, but you don't have to spend a ton of money. So I think it's important to get palettes too, because you can do a lot of different things with one palette. You don't have to buy a bunch of single eyeshadows, and it's just really nice to have everything in one for traveling and all that sort of stuff. So I'll quickly go over some of the other eyeshadow palettes that I like. I typically at least buy them in these little not quads, but these have like 6 eyeshadows. These are the Wet n Wild Color Icon ones. These I think are only a couple dollars at the drugstore. You can get them at any drugstore that sells Wet n Wild, and they're great quality. They're very pigmented, they blend out really well, and they don't just wipe away. e.l.f. also makes some really great shadows as well. I have one of these palettes here. This one you can get at Target for $5. It comes with a bunch of colored shadows and neutral shadows. These are really great too. They work better with a base underneath, which I'll talk about that in a minute. But if you blend them too much, they can wipe away a little bit. So these don't do that at all. They're really great and they're really affordable. And they have a ton of different colors. They have some neutral ones as well if you don't like a bunch of colors. But these are the Maybelline Eye Studio ones. This is a great neutral palette. It has a lot of colors that are similar to that Too Faced Natural Eye Kit. These are really excellent quality too, and you can get them at the drugstore. I think they're probably $6 or $7 or something like that. And if you really are trying to get into makeup and you want to experiment with different colors, I would recommend getting like these 88 color palettes, either from BH Cosmetics or Coastal Scents. This one's from Coastal Scents. It's only $20 and you get all these colors. So you get a ton of different colors. I just have a plastic piece on here too. But you get neutrals, you get colors, just everything under the rainbow basically in one palette. So this is like the first big eyeshadow palette that I bought when I started getting into makeup. It's great if you do other people's makeup. You just have every color possible. You can mix them. It's got matte and shimmer. So those are really great. Another one I also like that's affordable is the NYX Butt Naked Eyes palette. This is a great alternative to that Too Faced Natural Eye Kit as well. You can get this off of NYX's website or off of Amazon as well, and it's got a lot of cool shades and also a few warmer tones as well, but it's got like a dark purple and some silver, a very nice shimmery champagne color there. It also has a bunch of face products at the bottom as well, like blushes and bronzers and stuff. This is another good one that I have from BH Cosmetics. It's the Day and Night palette. So it has a bunch of neutrals as well as some bright colors, and they're lighter shades for daytime and that goes into the darker ones for night. So that's another great one as well. And they're very pigmented, great quality shadows. So let's get into cream shadows now. I have a couple here that I really like. I love the Maybelline Color Tattoo. I use these as a base, so they're really great if you want to use underneath of your eyeshadow. You'll see in the tutorial part of the video where I actually do that. It really just enhances your eyeshadow, gives it something to stick to, and really just makes it pop. You don't have to do that. It's just an extra step that really makes a big difference. This is a Maybelline 24-Hour Color Tattoo in Barely Beige, and this one is a very shimmery champagne color, and this works great for just neutral eyes. They also have some matte ones as well, I think. Just the Maybelline ones are great. e.l.f. makes cream shadows as well. Okay, so this is the e.l.f. cream eyeshadow. I think it's only like $1, maybe $3. And you get a lot of product in there, and it's really great quality cream shadow as well. It just is nice to top off a cream shadow with a powder eyeshadow. It just really makes it pop and gives it something extra. So now for eyeshadow primers, this is essential for eyeshadow. You cannot put on eyeshadow without a primer unless you use like a concealer topped with powder. That works sometimes too, but your eyeshadow is still not going to last as long. It's going to crease a little bit. So I really recommend at least just getting, you know, a cheap primer, something to have underneath your eyeshadow, or else it's just not going to go on right. It makes a huge difference in good looking makeup versus just kind of sloppy and, you know, not looking as good. So if you want a cheap one, I recommend the e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow Primer. I think this is around $3, might be $1. You can find it at Target. It's really great quality. It's not as good as the high-end ones. I wouldn't it's very comparable, but I wouldn't say it's the best one that you can get. So if you want to spend more money, I really recommend the Urban Decay Primer Potion or the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I've heard is good too. But I've just been using this for years. I love it so much. Mine's in the old packaging. You can order off of Amazon. I think it's around $20 or so, but it's so worth it. It lasts a really long time. I've had this for years and I'm still not even out of it yet, and this is like the jumbo size, but the regular size is in a tube like this, and I've heard that lasts, you know, a really long time as well. So you pay for it once and it's just so worth it. This is the Sedona Lace Stick It To 'Em eye primer. I've done a review comparing all these eye primers, so I'll link that down below for you guys if you want to check it out. But this one is very comparable to the Urban Decay one as well, and it's only like $7 on Sedona Lace's website, and I have a coupon code for Sedona Lace as well. As far as brushes for eyeshadow, there are a few essentials that I think everyone should have. You should probably have a flat shader brush, a blending brush just to blend out eyeshadows, more of a crease brush like this, or, you know, a smaller crease brush like this one, and then something to apply your brow bone highlight with like this. This brush actually came from a set from Walmart. It came with 3 brushes that I've used forever now. They're very great quality, and I think they were probably around $7 or $5 for a set of 3 brushes that are double-ended. So you get like 6 eye brushes for basically $1 each. If I can still find that set, because it's been a while since I bought it, then I will link it on my blog post for you guys so you can find it. But you should definitely check out Walmart. I think it was like the Paris Presents line or something, and they're great quality brushes. But if you want to invest in really nice brushes, definitely either go with Sigma or Sedona Lace. I always have my Sigma link down below if you want to check that out, where you can get like a discount and everything. And I would just recommend purchasing a set. That way you can, you know, have the different eye brushes for different uses, and they last you forever. It's a great investment. To start off, you want to apply an eye primer. I'm using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This will keep your eyeshadow lasting longer and make it go on more evenly and vibrant. Then I'm applying my Maybelline Color Tattoo in Barely Beige. This is a cream eyeshadow that will help the eyeshadow stick better and enhance the color. This of course is optional, but it's just an extra step that I like to do sometimes. Now I'm going to be using my favorite Too Faced Natural Eye Kit because it has lots of different shades. There's shimmery and matte. And I'm taking my Sigma Flat Shader brush, and I'm picking up the color called Silk Teddy, which is a shimmery champagne beige color. And I'm just going to apply this all over my lid. When applying color all over the lid, it's best to use a patting motion and just pat it into your skin instead of just dragging it, because then you'll end up with a bunch of eyeshadow all over your cheekbone. When applying eyeshadows, you want to apply the lightest shades on your lid, then take it up to your crease. It also helps to apply the lightest shade to the inner corners of your eyes to help brighten them and make your eyes look more awake. Now I'm using the same brush and I'm applying the color called Push Up to the outer portion of my lid. You can skip this step as well, but it's nice to have that gradient faded look across your lid from dark to light. Just remember to always keep the lightest shades in the center of your eye and the darkest shades on the outer portion. Now I'm blending the edges of the eyeshadow with a clean, fluffy blending brush from Sigma. Blending is extremely important when applying eyeshadow for making it look good. This is why brushes work so much better than sponge tip applicators, because you can blend and make it look more natural. Then I'm using another blending brush that is designed for using in the crease since it is pinched flat. If you have smaller eyes, you can use a small tapered blending brush because it's more precise. You could also use the e.l.f. Studio Angled Contour Brush to apply color to your crease to get that perfect shape, because it does have the angle to the tip of it. For my crease, I'm going to be using the blending brush in the color Velvet Revolver for my crease. I like to hold my crease brushes at the end of the brush handle to avoid applying too much color.
It will also allow you to lightly apply your crease color while blending in circular motions. If you press too hard, you will apply all of your color to one spot, and then it is hard to get that to spread and blend. You will also want to focus your crease color on the outer portion of your crease, then lightly blending it down towards the inside. The darkest area should be in the crease on the outside. This shape gives you the wide-eyed look. The farther you take the darker shades in, the more you will close off your eyes and they will appear smaller. You will also want to avoid blending your eyeshadow anywhere below your eye. Imagine a line going from the outside corner of your eye up to the tail end of your eyebrow. To keep this shape, you can use the e.l.f. mascara and shadow shield. If you don't have it, then you can try your finger or a note card. This will allow you to blend without the eyeshadow straying too far down. Then just go back over the edge with a clean blending brush so there are no harsh lines. Then using a pencil brush, I'm mixing the colors Velvet Revolver and Sexpresso and applying it to the outer half of my lower lash line. This is optional as well, but it helps to tie the upper eyeshadows in with the bottom. This can also make your eyes appear larger. Just remember to keep the line thin. You can also bring it out slightly past your corners to elongate your eyes. This is also a great alternative to using eyeliner. If you want to keep it more natural, just use a darker eyeshadow, and you can also use a small angled brush as well if you wanted to really make it look like eyeliner. Now I'm using a thick blending brush and applying the color Heaven to my brow bone. Your brow bone shade should match your skin tone or be slightly lighter. I like to use matte eyeshadows as well for this. It helps fade your crease color and make your eyebrows appear lifted. Avoid applying any dark eyeshadows to your brow bone.
So that is it for my Back to Basics eyeshadow video. Look forward to the eyeliner and the mascara video, so check back in about a week or so and I'll have that one up. If you end up recreating this eyeshadow look, please tweet me a picture or you can tag me on Instagram. All my links for that will be linked down below. If you have any specific questions, you can always email me. My email is always listed down below if you're having some issues or anything. Or you can just leave me a comment below. So make sure you check out all the other videos in the Back to Basics series. Those will all be linked down below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will talk to y'all very soon. Bye everyone.
Same town, but it feels just a little bit bigger now.